what you have to look at is what everybody was doing. What a lot of people, if you look at that group, what they were doing is they were doing the same thing what the federal government's already taken over. If the federal government's taken it over, whether they should have or shouldn't have, right? Why would you have dual regulation? And what I've asked all the agencies to say, look, if the federal government's doing it already, why do we need to have double regulation? Because it's just costing our employers money, and it just means they're going to have less jobs. So that's what I look at every agency like that, and that's what. Well, here's actually what's happened. We've eliminated, actually laid off about 1,000 people, and we've hired 8,000. So there's plenty of turnover. But think about it. My job is to put money back into families' hands. Make sure I don't waste their money. Just think of that family that's making $40,000 a year. Okay, they're struggling to make ends meet. They're funding state government. I mean, if you look at it's sales taxes and property taxes. So every family in the state, they're funding the state government. And so, I mean, that's where all the revenues come from. So you put money back into their hands, they're going to change the economy. They're going to be able to buy more things. They're going to be able to start a business. That's how you're going to build businesses and build jobs. Transportation is clearly essential. I mean, our transportation budget this year will be $7.8 billion in the state. So we're clearly focused on that, and I'm focused on making sure those transportation dollars are spent on economic development. Make sure we're building, whether it's turnpikes or our bridges, our roads, or improving our seaports in a manner that we get more jobs in the state. Now, what I'm not going to be supportive of is rail projects that are not needed. We have depending on your definition, we already have a rail project that is a precursor to what would have happened if we'd done high speed. It's called Tri-Rail. It goes from Palm Beach to Miami. It took 20 years to hit the first year ridership numbers. 20 years. And at the end of 20 years, guess what? The fares cover $10 million of a $65 million operating cost. The problem with these projects is we can't afford them. I mean, there will be a time when we have a lot of density in the state that those projects might make sense. They don't make sense today. And so I'm not going to be supportive of projects that we can't pay for. Because the only way to pay for that is to raise your taxes. And that will kill jobs. I remember when we landed on the moon. I remember all the great things, because all those are the experiences you remember in your life. So that side of it, it's disappointing. The other side of it is there is no way we're going to be able to continue in this world if we don't start figuring out what is logical government spending. So should our space program be evolved? What's our return on investment of manned flight? So the way I look at it is, that was an era. Do I wish it would continue? Sure, but yeah, it's a reality that's not going to be there. We've got to focus on things like SpaceX. We've got, I put a lot of effort into things like getting Boeing to come. They're adding 500 jobs, getting Embraer to build their Phenom 100 and 300 in Melbourne, get him to open up Embraer to do a research and development center down in Melbourne, and now take advantage of all the talent that has been built up in the Space Coast area.